If they're found to be behind as we're doing these assessments and find out that a student is behind grade level as a first grader, that then we start the intervention early as a first grade.
House Speaker Kyle Hilbert's bill, HB 4420, passed the House Appropriations and Budget Education Subcommittee Wednesday, which would require intensive intervention for struggling readers.
30% of our fourth graders are reading at a first grade reading level.
The bill proposes banning what's called the 3 cueing system with reading, and instead would require teachers to explicitly teach phonological awareness, decoding, fluency, vocabulary, and comprehension. The bill would also call for students who don't pass a literacy test at the end of the school year to take a summer class.
We're not trying to punish kids and say, oh, you failed your test, you got to be held back. It's about providing an avenue and a pathway to help those students get to where they need to be.
And if they aren't proficient after that class, then holding back the student would be on the table. Speaker Hilbert also wants to substantially increase reading teachers for individual students.
We want to make sure that there are reading specialists available for every elementary school, and as well as hoping that there are a system of coaches, if you will, at the State Department of Education who can help assist our reading specialists.
But what's still not clear yet, the price tag. Speaker Hilbert said his bill was written with the state of Mississippi in mind, which invested $100 million in their public schools to improve reading skills. It could cost tens of millions of dollars in Oklahoma, and lawmakers aren't sure how this will pan out.
I think it will be a very significant investment, but we want to do it the Oklahoma way, too.
And State Representative Michelle McCain also spoke to KOCO's Evan Onstadt on his segment, Oklahoma Chronicle.
Do you think that the state is ready to put enough money forward to be able to do what Mississippi did, which was a large investment?
I don't think we're ready to do that, and that's kind of the problem with that plan. I would love to see us have our own miracle, so to speak, but we're going to have to put our money where our mouth is if that's what we want to do.
The bill has been recommended to the full committee. It's not clear when it will be heard again. In OKC, Jason Berger, KOCO 5 News.